Etsy is an amazing platform for artists, crafters, and vintage sellers to showcase their creations and reach a wide audience of eager shoppers. However, starting and maintaining a successful Etsy shop can be challenging, and there are common pitfalls that many sellers encounter, which is why today I'm covering 7 of the most common mistakes that I see sellers make when selling on Etsy, as well as how to avoid them in order to optimize your sales, positive reviews, and your time. For those who are new here, my name is Starla, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And for new sellers, starting your Etsy journey can be both exciting and challenging. Trust me, it's totally natural to make some newbie mistakes along the way, no matter what stage of business you find yourself in. So if you've made any of the mistakes that I'll be covering in today's video, don't panic. I'll be sharing a few tips to help you fix them in just a moment. But first, I just want to take a moment to give a quick shout out to this week's featured shop. Hey you, thanks so much for your love and support. For those of you watching, if you'd like to submit for your own shout out, just tag Handmade Alphas in a photo or screenshot of yourself watching this video, either in your Instagram feed or Instagram stories. Mistake number 1. Poor product photography. One of the most significant mistakes Etsy sellers make is not investing time and effort into their product photography. High quality, well-lit, and visually appealing photos are essential in showcasing your products and catching potential buyers' attention, especially on a search page where you'll be competing next to thousands of other sellers. So plan to invest in a decent camera or use a high-quality smartphone. As long as you're using a camera phone that was released within the last 5 years, the camera should be fine for product photos. I also recommend using natural lighting for the very best results, so consider taking your photos near a window or outside in a well-lit but shaded area. Note that I said shaded. Direct sunlight can make your images look washed out, and the shadows created are typically sharp and distracting. When shooting your photos, take multiple shots from different angles, and consider using props or backgrounds to enhance your product's visual appeal. If you need a little help with this, I recommend checking out photography coach Christina Nicole, who specializes in teaching smartphone product photography. I'll go ahead and leave her link up here and in the link down below. Mistake number 2. Lack of keyword optimization. Ignoring the importance of keywords in your titles, tags, and descriptions can negatively impact your search rankings and visibility on Etsy. And no visibility means no sales, right? If someone can't see you, they can't buy from you. So when listing products, always plan to conduct thorough keyword research using the eRank keyword tool to identify popular and relevant search terms that your buyers are using while shopping. By incorporating these keywords into your titles, tags, and descriptions, you can improve your listing searchability and get them in front of the eyes of your ideal customers. For additional help with Etsy SEO, be sure to grab my free SEO toolkit up here and down below. It also includes a free 30-day trial for any of eRank's paid plans, so be sure to check it out if you find yourself struggling with Etsy tags and titles. Mistake number 3. Incomplete or vague product descriptions. Potential buyers rely on your product descriptions to get a clear understanding of what you're selling. Remember, to your customers, your item isn't an item. It's just a collection of pixels on a screen, which means that incomplete or vague descriptions can lead to confusion, missed sales, and even negative reviews. Not to mention, your descriptions do hold a bit of weight in search. Not a lot of weight according to the tests that we've run at eRank, but a little weight. So when filling out your listing description, be sure to focus on detailed, informative, and accurate descriptions for each product. Include information such as dimensions, materials, color options, and any customization possibilities. I also recommend addressing any potential questions or concerns that buyers may have that could lead them to not complete their purchase. Oh, and don't forget to sprinkle in a few good keywords in there as well. Mistake number 4, neglecting your customer service. This one is no shocker. Poor customer service can lead to negative reviews and can harm your reputation and even your search ranking on Etsy. Because let's face it, why would Etsy want to recommend a shop that has a ton of bad reviews in search? So do your best to always respond promptly to customer inquiries and messages. Be polite and professional even when dealing with difficult situations or crabby customers, which does happen occasionally. In this video up here, I talk about how ChatGPT can be used to handle negative customer interactions. So if this is something that you struggle with, I highly recommend checking it out. Or if you prefer a more traditional approach to customer service, check out the 1930s classic, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. When dealing with difficult customers, always clearly state your shop's policies regarding shipping, returns, and exchanges, and adhere to them consistently. Remember, you don't have to let buyers bully you, especially if your policies are clear. Mistake number 5, underpricing your products. So many Etsy sellers make the mistake of underpricing the items that they work so hard to create, which can result in lower profits and an undervaluation of their work. Remember, Etsy is a place to compete in quality, not in pricing. So when structuring your pricing, always consider your cost for materials, labor, and overhead expenses such as Etsy's fees. To do this more easily, I recommend using the eRank Profit Calculator, which will help you to factor all of these things into your pricing. Bottom line, don't be afraid to charge for the value of your work. Mistake number 6, avoiding external marketing. Relying solely on Etsy's internal traffic to generate sales can be a risky strategy, especially since Etsy has slow seasons, primarily in the spring and summer of each year. This means that in order to maintain consistent traffic, it's crucial to actively market and promote your shop to increase visibility and attract new customers. For newbie marketers, I recommend starting on Instagram due to its ease of use and the ability to reach new audiences without having to invest in advertising. For a little help getting started, be sure to check out my free 30-day Instagram challenge kit up here, which includes a full marketing plan. Mistake number 7, not planning for seasonal trends. Etsy has its ups and its downs in terms of seasonality, and failing to plan for seasonal trends can result in missed sales opportunities, especially during the busy holiday season. To stay ahead of seasonal trends and upcoming holidays, check out the eRank keyword tool, as well as the eRank Trend Buzz and the eRank monthly trend reports. All 3 of these tools provide graphs that show peak seasons for specific products and keywords. That way you can predict when shoppers begin searching for items like these each year. After you've identified a trend, always aim to create and list seasonal products around 4 months in advance to capitalize on increased demand right before the trend begins to take off. And one final tip, which feels like a given, but I feel like I need to say it anyway. When doing any business-related research online, always double-check your sources and refer to Etsy's official seller handbook for accurate, up-to-date guidance on best practices and requirements for running a successful Etsy shop. The Etsy Seller Handbook, the Ultimate Guide to Search, and Etsy's House Rules contain a wealth of totally free knowledge right from Etsy themselves. So for newbie sellers, definitely take the time to read through these articles. And for seasoned sellers, it's a good idea to reread these articles occasionally to stay informed on updates. I know how stressful it can be to wait for those very first Etsy sales to roll in, and building momentum on Etsy can take time, no matter how amazing your product may be. But by investing in high-quality product photography, optimizing your listings with relevant keywords, providing excellent customer service, and actively marketing your shop, you'll be well on your way to Etsy success. Cue the funky lo-fi beat.